Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make a deep illusion neckline. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, do not forget to hit on the like and the subscribe button. And if you've been following us, thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate this. So guys, if you are interested in knowing how I came up with this, please watch this video to the end. Share this video as well, okay? And do well by turning on your notification bell so you can get notified when next we post a new video. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So right now I went ahead to draft my princess that bustier. So if you are new to this channel, I have a video tutorial on how to draft this. I'll be dropping the link in the description box so you can watch this and understand better. So just go ahead and draft your basic bodice pattern, then your princess that bustier. So before we move forward, do not forget to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time visiting our channel. Thank you all for watching my videos. Share this video and give us a thumbs up. So guys, I'll be dropping the link in this description box so you can actually watch this and understand better. This is actually easy and simple to make. Yeah, so for this tutorial, we're just going to be illustrating the front pattern, just the front. Okay, so right now we're just going to create the illusion style. So at the center front, I'm just going to connect from my center front to my armhole, that just like you see me doing. Just create a faint line. You can mark half of an inch from that center front, then you connect it all the way, just like you see me doing. You're just going to trace it out first. This totally depends on how wide you want this to be or how big you want this to be. So for mine, I actually marked half of an inch from the center front, then I connected it to my armhole line. So you're going to do the same thing. If you want it wider, you can use 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch. That means if you open it up, it's going to be 2 inch. So right now I'll go ahead and cut this out. So since we used 1 inch, if I open it up, since we used half of an inch, if I open it up, it's going to be 1 inch. So it's totally okay for me. So right now I went ahead to cut this out. Just went ahead to cut my princess that. Make sure you watch how I'm doing this so you don't mix this up. You can decide to label it as well before cutting, but this is totally fine. I'll be able to recognize this or identify this. So guys, I'm just going to cut the center as well. Normally, if it were to be a princess that without the illusion, we're just going to leave it this way. But since it has an illusion, that means we are going to have 3 pieces for the front instead of 2. So we are going to have 3 pieces as well. So guys, just take your time when doing this. Make sure you draft your princess that bustier first. Then that's all. This is our 3 pieces. We have 3 pieces. So right now I went ahead to transfer to my fabric. I'll be using this net. I added half of an inch, just like so, and I make sure I cut 2 of these. So one will serve as the main fabric, then the other will serve as the lining piece. So make sure you add the necessary allowance to it. Like I said, make sure you have 2 pieces for this. So right now, I'm not going to be stitching the neck because it's going to have collar. Okay. So I went ahead to transfer my pattern to my fabric. I added half of an inch all the way and also at the down part. Just go ahead and add your seam allowance. And also I went ahead to cut the lining piece. make sure you cut the lining piece. It's going to be 2, so that means we have 4 pieces, both the lining and the actual fabric. Likewise, the second piece, I repeated the same thing. You add half of an inch all the way around, just like you see me doing. Then make sure you cut the lining piece as well. I went ahead to cut the lining piece, so I have 4 pieces for this as well, 2 for the actual fabric and 2 for the lining piece. And also endeavor to add your interfacing and your wording. So I added my interfacing and my wording. If you want to know how to achieve this, go through our channel. I have a video illustration on how to pad your princess dad bustier. And also, right now I'll go to my machine. I'm going to be stitching the actual fabric first before the lining piece. So go to our sewing machine, and we're going to be stitching this. You repeat the same thing to the second piece as well, and also to the lining piece. Just make sure you arrange them like so, and you're going to place them on each other. Then you stitch using half of an inch all the way around. So guys, here I'm going to be sewing my center front first. We have 2 pieces, so I'm going to stitch this together to make them 1 piece. So just go ahead and stitch them together just like you see me doing. We want to make this 1 piece, okay? And make sure you are stitching them right side facing each other, or the wrong side facing each other. So just go ahead, make sure you are stitching the right side facing each other. Then also I went ahead to stitch the neck as well. Just go ahead and join this together. I said we'll be adding a collar to this, so there's no need to turn the neck inside. So this is totally fine. I went ahead to trim off the excess fabric that I have, and this is what it looks like. Go ahead and give it a good press. So right now I went ahead to pick this. I will be stitching this as well. Make sure you can actually work with your pattern so that you can understand better. So I'll go ahead and stitch using half of an inch. Just go ahead and stitch half of an inch. Take your time when doing this, okay? Go ahead and stitch using half of an inch. Just take your time when doing this, okay? Go ahead and stitch like so. You're going to stitch using half of an inch, and after I was done doing that, this is what it looks like. When I turn it out, this is what you should have, and this is what it looks like. So next I'm going to be notching this. I'm going to notch this using my scissors so that this will be easy for us to iron, okay? So this is it. Notch the under bust points. I'm also going to be stitching the second piece as well. I'm going to be stitching the second piece. You're going to be stitching using half of an inch like we did for the first one. Just go ahead and stitch using half of an inch. Just go ahead and stitch using half of an inch. And here, this is it. Next, I'll go ahead and notch it. When you turn it to the right side, this is what it looks like. It's already taking shape. So go ahead and notch this so that when we are ironing, it will be easy for us to iron, okay? So this is it, guys. I'm going to repeat the same thing to the lining piece as well. Also, I'll take this to my ironing table and give it a good press. After I was done ironing, this is what it looks like. Can you see? This is the second piece as well. I went ahead to give it a good press. So also for the lining piece, I went ahead to stitch it and I gave it a good press as well. So guys, next I'm going to stitch this to my center front. You are just going to place it like you see me doing, right side facing each other. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just make sure you watch this video to the end. So you're going to be stitching using 1/2 inch because we left 1/2 inch as the seam allowance. So open it up like so and stitch using 1/2 inch. Just watch me, guys, if you don't understand what I'm saying. And after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. Can you see? So I'll go to my ironing table and give it a good press. Then I'm going to notch this seam line so that it will be easy for us to iron. So just go ahead and notch all the way around. Then next I'm going to be stitching my lining to this. So turn it like you see me doing. The right side of your lining to these net parts. So just go ahead and stitch using 1/2 inch as well. Just stitch very close to the first seam line that you have. This is just a way to cover up our rough edge. We want to attain a neat finishing. So I went ahead to trim it and I gave it I notched it. So you turn it to the right side like so, and this is what you have. Can you see? This is looking so beautiful already. When you turn it to the wrong side, this is what it looks like. We have been able to achieve a neat finishing. So next we'll be stitching the second side as well. Place it like you see me doing. Then you're just going to stitch again using 1/2 inch. Go ahead and stitch using 1/2 inch. We are just trying to attain a neat finishing. Stitch using 1/2 inch. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. So this is it. I went ahead to notch this as well, like we did for the first one. Go ahead and give it a nice notch. Then I'm going to place my lining piece like so that we can use it to turn to cover up our stitch. Use the right side of your lining piece to cover up this. Just go ahead and stitch very close to the first seam line that you have. So guys, this is it. I went ahead to notch it as well, and I went ahead to trim off the excess allowance that I have. Just go ahead and trim it. Then you turn it to the right side, and here we've been able to attain our neat finishing. So this is what it looks like. It's already taking shape. It's looking beautiful already. So guys, you have to take it to your ironing table and give it a good press. Here is the final outcome. After I was done ironing, I went ahead to finish up this dress, and this is looking so beautiful. So until I see you in my next video, bye.